Yeah, because I think it would determine your form.
Well, because what I'm looking for as the form is evolving, are little subtle things that are happening, gesture marks. You know, should I leave them? Should I not leave them? And this kind of gets in the way of seeing those little, really quiet little things that are important for me. So I'll do some guessing.
So all the clay they're mixing for you ends up having this black in it, or is it just this particular?
It's just, for some reason, this last batch. I haven't put acetic acid in my clay.
You haven't put acetic acid?
To 5% acidity.
Wow.
They just dissolve it in the water that they mix the clay with.
Yeah.
And the purpose is, clay's plasticity is a relationship on how well the water molecule can merge with the clay molecule. And a lot of the electric charge on a clay molecule repels water.
Oh.
So over time, I mean, it doesn't repel all of it, but over time, that electric charge breaks down and they get closer and closer, and the various elements start getting together, and so the clay gets more plastic with age. So the acetic acid, or any acid, you know, pickle juice or vinegar or whatever, will...
Barbecue sauce.
Barbecue sauce.
Barbecue sauce, that's what it was?
It'll change the...
So should I be adding a little vinegar to when I'm plugging up my clay? Because we're using it right away, I mean within a month?
Yeah, it does change it fairly rapidly, but it's still, there's still a time factor.
Okay.
It doesn't do it overnight, but... So anyway, it's okay, but your clay will grow mold, you know, if you do it, so, and it'll be stinky as hell.
Oh.
You open up a clay barrel and it'll...
Okay.
It's quite cabbage-like, rotting cabbage-like.
Oh, okay. Fermenting.
Kimchi.
Kimchi.
So I don't think, I love kimchi, but I don't think there's anybody else in this city that does.
I don't like it.
I have had it both ways. You know, why would you ever put this to your lips? And in other times when it was like, it's pretty good. But
I had my sister send me some real Korean red pepper powder and made some kimchi, and it's a really good time.
I saw Smithsonian has a film library that I was out visiting Jack Troy, and
I love these.
And he was, yeah, they were really sweet.
Are you going to trim them?
I'm gonna fix them up a little bit and put a handle on them. Put a foot, like roll the bottom over.
Oh, you just roll them?
Yeah. The clay's really plastic today, but normally I tend to mess these spouts up when I make the tear. But then you just let them sit and add clay to it afterward. When it's leather hard, you can sort of rebuild the spout. I mean, they look best if you can just get it right first, but it's not the end of the world. I've learned that if it doesn't work out, you just move on, come back to it, and they tend to have you know, once they're set up, you can fix them a little bit better. I like making these because, especially like as one of the first things I make, because I can make a lot of them and sort through them. Go through the full range of techniques that I have, and then let that, when I get a board of them, then I can start to say, hey, why does one of these look better than the other ones? And take that into the next board of them, and then, then you get a little bit more, I think that they just get better that way. And I like to work that way because I can't sit down at the wheel and just throw a really nice face right away. It takes me, to get familiar. I think that's just part of the deal with making pots. As more time goes by, you get a better sense of it. But some people, sit down and they're fully comfortable. But for me, I don't feel like I'd say anything until I've made, couple boards of things.
It probably takes your mind that long to get relaxed and just let it happen.
Yeah, I make a lot of bases and I throw them in two parts. I throw them just as cylinders, so it's kind of nice. Some days I don't have any pressure. I just throw cylinders and they're waiting for the next day to be pushed into a shape, and it's sort of mindless, and it complements, like, then the next half of the day you'll work on something that you need to pay closer attention to.
It's interesting, both of you raise with that fist over the rim, and how do you do that? I can't even figure out how you pull
I don't
it
know.
up.
I think you learn how to throw, how somebody shows you, and then a few years goes by and you don't throw that way anymore, and you just wind up throwing a different way.
I got a center, another one to know what you're talking about. I don't know.
Did either of you have that instructed